In the previous episode of our Duct Tape Drags videos, I stopped by and picked up my buddy Eric for the trip down to Tucson to participate in the Duct Tape Drags. We took the long drive to Payson, Arizona to spend the night there, and from there we drove down to Globe, Arizona to meet up with the guys in the Poverty Tour. When we got there, it was early and there was already a bunch of folks there. Once Dalton arrived and had a little speech with everybody, we headed down to Tucson. Surprisingly, the old rusty grenade made the long journey without a hitch. After checking out some of the interesting vehicles that were already there and looking at our surroundings, we went to our hotel room for the night. It's now the next day and we're back at the track looking forward to meeting more people and seeing more cool vehicles.
Now you might be asking, why would I want to come to Duct Tape Drags? I mean, mostly I do motorcycles. You're not asking that? Well, maybe you're asking why an old fart like me wants to go down the racetrack. You're not asking that either? Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. It's because I got a bucket list. And going really fast on a drag strip, whether it's fast compared to other cars or not, is on that bucket list and I can check it off. So, stick around.
Somewhere in a dusty, dirty back alley in western Arizona, not far from historic Route 66, is an old fart trying to cram a square peg into a round hole. He'll work on anything, just as long as it's got at least 2 cool wheels.
So you might be asking why I'm here. Well, among other things, where else can you go to see so many cool machines? I want to wander around and take a few quick video glimpses. There's some really neat machines out here today. Goodness. Got a tunnel ram going here. Got a straight axle. He's ready to hit it. Goodness. I guess you can put a turbo LS in just about anything if you want to. Well, you remember there was a song about a little Nash Rambler. There it is. Oh, goodness. Some of the folks visiting us here in Arizona came a long way. Goodness. Glad they made it. Once upon a time I worked at a Ford dealer when these Festivas were still around, and this one ain't stock, pretty sure. So he kept it forward. He's got an EcoBoost wedged in this bad boy. Very nice. I like it. Look at that dark. That's a beautiful shade of blue. All kinds of eye candy here. Y'all might recognize this rig. This was one of Dalton's builds. Look at that Fairlane. Goodness, that thing's in nice shape. Got a couple of rust spots, but that looks like original paint. Wow. She's a beauty. Big block Chevrolets. Nice old Ford wagon with a 5-liter. Venture to guess that'd be a Coyote motor. Nice.
Sorry.
And it's a long roof. That makes it even better. Goodness. Here's a Buick Wildcat. Engine's sitting kind of high up.
Starts to go lean, it'll turn yellow, and then it'll turn red when things go really.
And yes, I once had a 65 Buick LeSabre, which looks a lot like this here Wildcat. I'm telling you, I had one of each. I think everybody pretty much knows that fella right there. Kind of the most famous guy here. And, you know, there's a few folks willing to stand around just so they can say howdy to him.
And yes, we got in line, got ourselves the official Vice Grip Garage souvenirs, and had a chance to meet the feller himself.
There's a reason they call it the duct tape drags. And this Cadillac here, well, it's sporting quite a bit of duct tape. Go check out the burnout pit, see what's burning. Rubber, I guess.
Then I waited for them to announce that it was time for us to get in line to actually go and run down the strip.
Well, I'm in line, and frankly, I'm a little nervous. Never done anything like this. Completely clueless. I did ask Steve, and he was kind enough to give me a quick rundown of what to do and how to make the car, you know, go forward when the lights. Maybe a complete failure, but I'll learn, and maybe I'll do it another time. We'll see.
Just throwing this up. Why is Mike in the back seat? What is he doing? That's not how you drive a drag car. Get in the front seat, Mike. Look at all these cars lined up. Look at that guy. Wow, about time you get in the correct seat. It's Mike's competition. this car. I'm gonna watch this car's times and compare it to Mike's times. We'll see who does better. And where is Mike? Is he taking a nap in the car? I don't know. I'm going to use Mike's slogan. Since we don't know where he's at, we have to find him. Stick around. Oh, there he is. Oh, he had to make a pit stop of his own. Goes.
Sorry, this is my first time ever. I didn't know which way to go. Super duper. How'd I do?
Have fun, man.
Thank you. 16. I had a much better launch than I thought I would.
Stay open as long as there are people doing better.
That's great. I thought it'd be great. I'm pretty happy with that. I got that. Rusty did me well.
Very green. Gonna have that 8 mile
See if I can capture this.
miles an hour in the left lane. and 8.9, 80 miles an hour on the right. At that corner, 15.4, 88, and 13.8,
1603, and I actually beat that Chevrolet next to me. I'm impressed. I didn't know that Rusty had it in her. Yeah, it's kind of blurry. I can't make it focus worth a crap. Well, anyway, 1603. My reaction time was slightly better than the other guy too. I know my adrenaline's pumping. I'm kind of nervous. I didn't think I'd do so well, but I did.
Track lights, tail lights, once those.
The next morning, we headed back over to the track after a good night's rest and got back in line to run one more time. I kind of wanted to stick around for the Battle of the Beaters, but it just wasn't in the cards. We had a 5-hour drive home. I wanted to get home that same day if possible. And while I was waiting in line, something very cool happened. One of David Freiburger's media guys was out interviewing some of the cars and owners, and he came upon the Rusty Grenade. So he gave me a brief interview. We talked about the car and who I was and all that, and whether it actually makes it to one of Freiburger's videos remains to be seen. We'll just have to watch and find out.
Last question, are you doing Battle of the Beaters or anything, or just drag racing?
I'm just going to do one more run. I've got a long way to drive to get home to Kingdom, so I'll probably do one more run and then start heading home. So we'll see how it pans out.
Awesome, thank you. Now you get a shot of your phone. No problem. I'm trying to mix it up. I'm trying to get people here.
Duct tape, that's required, isn't it? Hold my fan shroud together.
That fella's got a dent in his trunk. Anyway, it's about midday. I did another run, didn't do nearly as good as the first run. My shifting wasn't good, I didn't come out of the hole right, but I've got to get back home to Kingman. The wife and the dog are anxiously awaiting my arrival. We've got a 5-hour journey ahead of us. So we're going to go ahead and head out now. I kind of wanted to be in the Battle of the Beaters, but it just wasn't in the cards. So the long journey home begins. Well, they say all good things must come to an end. Doesn't necessarily mean they'll end in the right place. This is my son David. I stopped in Phoenix to visit my son David, and as we're pulling in the parking lot, she died. And on inspection, we find that the fuel filter, well, there's nothing in it. And the pump's buzzing and humming. I got gas 30 miles away, so if it was bad gas, or if there was, if it was bad gas, I would still have fuel in here. So I don't know what the hell is going on with the deal. So I did bring a spare fuel pump. Hopefully that's what we need to rectify the situation. We'll go ahead and swap that out and see what happens.
We'll have to go all the way to Thunderbird to get back on the highway. They're all at the Capitol.
The guilty party right there. Glad I brought a spare with me. Let's hope it makes it long enough to get us back to Kingman. But we're almost there. A couple more hours to go. So now our new problem is that the used new electric pump that I put on is only supplying partial fuel, so it keeps running the float bowl dry. So I don't know if I actually have a defective pump because it used to work before, or if I've got a restriction in the tank that's keeping us from getting enough fuel flow. So in the event that it is a fuel tank problem, I went and spent way too much money on a boat tank and some fuel hose. So we're going to bring it along. I'm going to hook up to another new pump. So I bought a new pump, and we'll see if it runs. If it keeps plugging up, then we'll use the boat tank. But we will get home somehow.
So I'm guessing this is fuel pump act 2.
Yes.
Mike, it looks like you're leaking. Are you going to drink some stop leak later?
Yeah, I sprung a leak. It's that red juice that I have in my body is leaking again. It's always everything.
Moment of truth.
Where'd that come from? Why are you leaking? Is it the pump itself? Leaks a little bit.
The fitting?
Like one rod. No, it's not the fitting.
Even after I placed the fuel pump, I had a bit of a fuel leak from where the fitting went into the pump housing. So we opted to stay the night at my son's house, and the next morning we fixed the leak back on the road to Kingman. Yep, that was quite the trip, quite the adventure. I just dropped my buddy Eric off at his home, made it back here. You know, the trip went pretty darn smoothly. Aside from yesterday's fuel pump debacle and having to mess with that quite a bit, the car ran absolutely fantastic. A little bit noisy. We got a wind leak from that one right window door seal that I can never get to seal, and the rear end howls like a banshee. But other than that, the old rusty grenade did the job. It actually went down the track at a decent rate for a fairly stock, worn-out junkyard car. Got a few key takeaways from this adventure. Number one, the YouTube mechanics are some of the coolest people you'll ever meet. I would love to have sat around chatted with a few more of them a little bit longer than I did, but everybody's really busy, you know. They gotta fix all the broken stuff before they can get on the track. Another takeaway, drag racing's fun. Man, what an adrenaline rush. Never having done it before, that was quite the thrill. So next time Rusty heads out to the old duct tape drags, we're gonna put a little more fire in her so she's more of a fire-breathing Rusty grenade. And third takeaway is nobody seems to be able to make an electric fuel pump worth a crap, including Edelbroken. One of the fuel pumps I tried to put on here, ended up having to take back, was an Edelbrock would not prime. The old worn out clicky clack that was dying on me still primed it, it just wasn't delivering enough fuel. But that's another story for another day. I've got to figure out a way to make the fuel system a little bit more reliable. But you know what's amazing is it got us all the way to Tucson and all the way back to Phoenix before it actually failed. And you know, I thank God that it failed when I was at my son's work parking lot, where I actually had some help when we get to an auto parts store and get some stuff. Could have failed out in the Toolies. I mean, some of the roads we were on, it was 50 miles between off-ramps. So, you know, it could have been a lot worse than it was. Anyway, I just want to thank Eric, first of all, for joining me and being my sidekick and doing the filming and helping me make the repairs and all that stuff. I want to thank Dalton for arranging the poverty tour. I want to thank David Freiburger and Derek Beery for putting on the duct tape drags. And I want to thank all of you for watching my channel. See you on the next one. Just don't get it. How do I end up with more stuff than I started with? Makes no sense. Oh my goodness.